Welcome to the very first video of this lecture series on operational amplifier. So what is an operational amplifier? What is an operational amplifier? As its name suggests, an operational amplifier is an amplifier which amplifies the input signal as well as performs some mathematical operations on it. That's the important part. Mathematical operations. It is an amplifier. Obviously, it will amplify the input signal, but it can perform mathematical operations also, like addition, subtraction, division, multiplication, differentiation, integration, log, anti-log, etc. This guy, op-amp, has a number of applications in analog electronics. It is used in active filters, in digital to analog converters, in analog to digital converters, and so on. We will see all those applications in the upcoming videos. Let me write down the important part here. It performs mathematical operations like addition, subtraction, division, multiplication, differentiation, integration, etc. This is the symbolic representation of an op-amp. It has total 5 terminals. This terminal is used for the output. These two terminals, plus Vs and minus Vs, are used to supply power. Only after supplying a sufficient amount of voltage between these two terminals, we can make this op-amp work. The voltage applied between these two terminals are also called as biasing voltage. An op-amp has two input terminals. One is positive, the other one is negative. The positive terminal is also called as non-inverting terminal, while this negative terminal is also called as inverting terminal. The negative terminal is also called as inverting terminal because it inverts output. When input is applied at the negative terminal of the op-amp, then the phase of the output gets shifted by 180 degree with respect to the input. Suppose the input applied at the negative terminal of the op-amp looks like this. Then at the output of the op-amp, we will get a signal something like this, amplified, but its phase has been shifted by 180 degree with respect to the input. That's why this negative terminal is also called as inverting terminal, because it inverts the output. Now, let's look at the sum of the expressions of the op-amp. Consider the diagram. Voltage V1 is applied at the positive terminal and voltage V2 is applied at the negative terminal. Suppose the open loop gain of this op-amp is A. The open loop gain of this op-amp is A. By open loop gain, I mean the gain of this op-amp when no feedback is connected. Feedback means I will tell you about feedback in details in the upcoming videos, but for now, understand feedback as feeding a part of the output to the input. As you can see in the diagram, no part of the output is being fed to any of the input terminals. So, this circuit has no feedback and hence its gain is called as open loop gain. We know that gain of a device is the ratio of its output voltage to its input voltage. In this case, we have two input voltage, V1 and V2. So we substitute the value and we get A is equal to V output upon V1 minus V2. From here, we can find out the expression for the output voltage of the op-amp. So, the output of the op-amp is A times the difference between two input voltages. This is the reason why operational amplifiers are also called as differential amplifiers, because they amplify the difference between two input voltages, as you can observe from this expression. Now, if input is applied only at this positive terminal and this negative terminal is grounded, grounded means this negative terminal now has zero potential. So, the output expression now becomes V output is equal to A times V1. V2 has become 0. since we have grounded it. Now, if the input is applied only at this negative terminal and this positive terminal is grounded, then the output expression becomes V output is equal to minus A times V2. V1 has become 0 since we have grounded it. The negative sign in the output expression shows that the phase of the output has been shifted by 180 degree with respect to the input, or we can say that the output has been inverted. Let us now talk about some important points related to operational amplifiers. These are generally asked in Viva or in entrance exams. The very first point says it can amplify both AC and DC signals. So operational amplifiers have ability to operate with both types of signals, AC as well as DC. The second point says it can amplify current as well as power. So operational amplifiers do not only amplify voltage, they can also amplify current as well as power of the signal. The third point talks about the frequency range of signals. Any signal whose frequency lies in this range can be amplified using operational amplifier. The range is 0 Hz to 10 raised to power 6 Hz. 0 Hz means DC signal. DC signals have 0 frequency. So this range also includes DC signals. It means operational amplifier can also amplify DC signals, as I have told you in the first point. The fourth point says it is a voltage controlled voltage source device. What does that mean? These are two different terms, voltage controlled and voltage source. Voltage controlled devices are those devices whose output voltage can be controlled by their input voltage. In case of an op-amp, we have seen that the output voltage is A times the input voltage, or the output voltage is directly proportional to the input voltage. It means that the output voltage of the op-amp is dependent on its input voltage, or we can say that the output voltage of the op-amp is controlled by its input voltage, which makes an op-amp a voltage controlled device. Voltage source devices have very high input resistance and very low output resistance. Op-amps also have very high input resistance and very low output resistance. So because of this, op-amps also behave as voltage source. So because of these two reasons, an op-amp falls into the category of voltage controlled voltage source device. The fifth point talks about the applications of an op-amp. As I have told you in the beginning of this video, they are used in active filters, in oscillators, in analog to digital converters, in digital to analog converters, and so on. They have a number of applications in analog electronics. So this was a brief introduction to operational amplifiers. I hope you liked the video and understood the concepts. If you have any problem, any question, any doubt, do let me know in the comment section. See you in the next video.